The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 149. Thank you so much for tuning in, downloading, however it is you're doing on this, however you're getting the show. We are very thankful for you. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the right of me is the Trail Master of Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Jess is working today, I think. I'm not sure what she's doing. You know what? It might be your day off, but she's got a lot of stuff to do. But she's here in spirit with us. Yeah. Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Cool.
How about no? I always sound good.
Yeah. Udi always sounds good. Okay. So hey, if this is your first time listening to the show, thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope that you'll find the water to be very warm. We're a very honest Disneyland podcast, and we just kind of tell it like it is. For those of you who are repeat offenders, hey, welcome home. Yeah, if you'd like to get involved with the show, because today's show is sponsored by you, you can do that on Patreon. Go to leavingtodaypodcast.com, click on the Patreon link, and we make it super simple: $1, $3, or $5. One-time payment or recurring payment, it's all good, but it helps with the hosting costs and all that kind of stuff we have. If you'd also like to get a T-shirt, and hey, someone bought a T-shirt this week. Whoever that was, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was, shoot, I'm going to have to take a look at that shirt. It'll come to me in a sec. Anyways, you can do that on leavingtodaypodcast.com. Click on T-shirts, and we have them there. Or go to Instagram at leavingtodaypodcast. We have a link tree, and it is on there. It's through TeePublic. We make it super simple. And I think there's a few that I'm going to be thinking about adding soon. Maybe taking some offline, then putting some new ones in. And that way things will go on sale. Anyways, that always is helpful for us to do that. I'm going to figure out which one it was. I know Space Mountain we have out there. Another one, someone bought one of those. I'll have to take a look at. It wasn't the Make Tomorrowland Great Again one. That's the one I like.
Classic.
Yeah. Shoot. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that.
Oh, well.
Okay, I'll have to think about that. I have to take a look at which ones we have, and then I'll figure that out. Anyways, hey, today's show, we've got the news. We've got the opening question, and maybe the randomizer might rear its ugly head. I'm thinking it will. And then Udi and I are going to talk about a feature presentation is going to be spaces. We'll leave it at that. Spaces. Yeah? Good?
I think I wanted to think of like a musical cue to that, but I don't got one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Wide Open Spaces, maybe. That's a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
Yeah. So today is a Sunday. Very, very nice weather up here in Northern California. Feel pretty fortunate. We just got back from a ride. So we're feeling it. We've got to talk about a little Disneyland right now. Today's opening question was submitted by, you know what also we're going to do today? We've got Frontierland Pro Tips. Mm-hmm. Those are captured by our listeners, and we're going to probably share a few of those with you. And the next land, I don't know what the next land is, maybe Northern Square, but anyways, let's get through Frontierland first. Yeah, so today's opening question came from Marcus. He wanted to know if we were going to concoct any sort of alcoholic drink based on one of the original 6 characters in Disney.
Or attractions.
What would it be? So, original attraction, yeah? So I'll just say, when he asked that, I'm thinking, okay, well, there's got to be some sort of Matterhorn mudslide type of drink.
Or Mickey Martini.
Oh, a Mickey Martini.
A mini mimosa.
A mini mimosa. There's like a Pirates of the Caribbean punch.
And I was going to go there like a rum punch, but a pirate. But the thing is, okay, I'm going to go back, and I would make it rum. Okay, I'm going to go back to a wonderful a tiki bar that I went to in Anaheim.
Oh.
And you guys all know, I've told everybody where this at. Strong water. And I went with Christy, and we had a drink that had the smoke. You know, they burn the smoke and kind of they covered it, and it was such an amazing drink, and I want one right now. But anyway. That would be great if they did that kind of thing. Adding the smoky with a rum kind of base out of that would be fantastic. And then you add that flavor because you kind of have that mix between, you have rum, which is, I guess if you want to call it by pirate lore, the pirate drink, alcohol of choice, always out of rum.
Oh, yeah.
Why is the rum always gone? And then add that, and it would fit the theming of pirates, I think.
That I would totally get that.
I would be like, I'd walk and be like, one, if not two.
What color would that drink be?
I think if you keep it would be dark. I would go dark, like a dark rum or something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I would try that. God, there's so many things. I mean, yeah, you could do that. Then there's got to be some sort of Jungle Cruise, Jungle Juice or something like that. Well, I've heard that term. I don't even know what that is. Jungle Juice. But you've heard that term, right?
I have.
What does it mean?
Idea. I don't know. I can look up in the Urban Dictionary. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. We're not doing that. That could be beyond the scope of this podcast. So, Minnie's Martini. I like that.
No, Mickey Martini.
Oh, Mickey Martini. Oh, mini Mimosa.
Yeah.
Perfect. Ooh, we had you and I had an old fashioned last Sunday night. Mm-hmm. Where would that go? Somewhere on Main Street, right?
Yeah.
I know Marcus actually likes a good old fashioned.
Oh man, when they're done properly, probably one of the best drinks you can ever have, and that's why I had a couple.
They were done?
They're pretty good.
Yeah, and we had they said there were two versions, right? Mm-hmm. The special holiday version.
You had the other one than what I was drinking.
Oh, I thought you and I had the same one.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know.
No,
and I thought about that. I'm like, because a lot of people, I think people know by now I'm a bourbon guy, and I enjoy a good bourbon.
Yes, everyone knows that. Everyone in the LTP Nation knows that.
I know. And my point always then becomes like, well, we got to make it a bourbon drink. But then I'm thinking, where would I put it?
Would New Orleans Square?
Yeah. But I'm thinking like, okay, but what? I need more. You know what I mean? Like, okay, give me
Bourbon Street bourbon.
Yeah, give me. I would take a straight bourbon.
Is that based on a character though?
Or he also said attraction.
Attraction.
And again, that's why I'm kind of like, where would it? It doesn't really.
Yeah.
Fit.
It doesn't fit. So
I don't think. I mean, if you guys, you tell me if I'm wrong, and you guys can come up with a bourbon would fit. Please let me know. I'll be all for it.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Do you use bourbon right now?
I just don't have any.
I know.
Fresh out. Well, did we answer the question?
I'm good with the answer. What about you? You didn't really come up with one.
No, I'm telling you stuff. I said the Pirates of the Caribbean punch, and then you elaborated. Then I said there's some sort of Jungle Cruise, Jungle Juice, but I don't know.
Yeah, but the way when I hear that, it'd be like a bunch of different alcohol. It's almost like an adios, like an AMF, but with a jungle flavor.
Yeah, we can't have that there.
Yeah, you got people. Oh man, if alcohol wasn't such a taboo, well, they're starting to break that in the park. But
yeah,
can you imagine like having people getting sloshed on Jungle Cruise?
No. I prefer
that'd be
that.
bad. All bad. I
prefer that did not happen.
Oh, me too. Like that does not need to happen.
So some sort of like I said, old fashioned on Main Street, but it had to fit there. I don't know what you would call it.
Okay. While I am not a fan of alcohol in the park,
mm-hmm.
I would tell you what I would not mind doing.
What's that?
Sitting on the porch with my feet up, drinking a good old fashioned.
Yeah. That'd be a good day.
That'd be a good day.
Well, what about what do you sit on the pina colada? Don't like it? Not a fan? Mai Tai?
Mai Tais are okay. I'm just not my thing.
What about like some sort of Mai Tai over in Tropical Hideaway?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. You keep it. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, so Marcus, hope we answered your question. If not, do give us your answer.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to hear more about
Chime
that.
in.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So with that, yeah, let's go to the news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
Okay. First things first. Today's news brought to you by our crack reporters. Yeah. Okay. So we are actually, where are we in the timeline of things? This is still first quarter of 2022.
Yep.
And I only do this because listeners will sometimes come back and listen to everything, and they kind of want to know where we are in time and space, because we could be talking about something that hasn't even, it could be long gone by now by the time you hear this.
Yeah,
right?
we've had a couple listeners recently kind of go back and say, yeah, we've listened to all of them a few times, and I'm like, well, wow,
Well,
thank
what?
you.
Totally. I mean, like I said, that's more than I listen to.
Yeah, I mean,
to the show.
I mean, there's only so much of my own voice I can handle, even for me.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I know how many times I'm told to shut up. Not very.
But no one tells you that.
No one does.
So yeah, we're in the first quarter of 2022. Magic keys there's 4 of them still going on. That is all we have available to get into the park, except for daily tickets. So hopefully in the future, when you're listening to the show, they go, "Oh, this is when they only had magic keys." Yeah. So
I hope.
Yeah, hopefully, I think by 2023 something will be coming out. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that Mickey's Toontown will be closed next week, starting for a year. And
Oh no! Wait.
yeah, hey, it's new, it's bigger, it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow coming out of there.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in the world of Disneyland. I mean, that's where we are. So you can figure out a timeline. Okay, so right now, March apparently is Women's History Month. I did not know that. I didn't know we had. Have we always had a month?
I did not know that. That was.
I mean, and that's fine. That's great. But who all knows this? What is April's month?
You know, I have no idea. I do not follow that.
I mean, is it like tax appreciation month or something? April?
No, April Fool's is the government going ha ha.
Yeah, right. And then May, who knows?
You fell for it.
I have no
again.
idea, but whatever. I mean, I'm all supportive of this. So, anyways, what's going on? Why is this important? Because the Mickey Mouse flower bed debuts in front of Main Street train station at Disneyland for Women's History Month. So I'm looking at a picture of Minnie Mouse at the Mickey Floral. I guess we'll call it the Minnie Floral for the month. Her bow is pink flowers, and yeah, that's what it looks like. Where do I sit on this? I'm thinking I've seen them alter Mickey's floral before, because during the holiday season they'll put like a bandit sort of mask on his face. They'll cover his eyes. It's kind of funny. He kind of looks like the Hamburglar from McDonald's. And kids, there was a time when McDonald's had characters, and the Hamburglar was one of them. Who else was there? Mayor McCheese?
Grimace.
Grimace. Yeah, Grimace. Yeah, Grimace.
The Hamburglar.
I said that. That's like
The
Hamburglar.
Grimace.
Mayor McCheese, and there was someone else.
There's one more I can't
Like
think
the
of.
Fry Guys?
Yeah, Fry Guys.
Okay, now I'm getting
Anyway.
Okay, anyways. So that's what that Mickey...
I haven't had McDonald's in so long, I don't even know what they have anymore.
Well, those guys aren't around.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are thinking, my friend said this Leaving Today podcast was really good. They talk a lot about Disneyland. Guys, I know, we get often sidetracked and stuff. Anyways, we're looking... Udi, what do you think about this?
Well, okay. Here's my fallback or my stance with a lot of these things as of really the last few years. To me, I don't really care. I don't. Okay, but
Sure.
The other part of me goes, but I feel like you're pandering, and the only reason why you're doing it is you're pandering. If you're not, then okay, but that is the feeling I get. I think the tradition of having Mickey and only it being Mickey is a valid tradition. So for them to break that tradition, I always kind of go, whenever you have anything that encroaches on a tradition, for me, I kind of go, why? Like, give me a good reason. No.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not so set in my ways where I won't listen to a point where, if you... I've been in many a discussion and debate with people about a myriad of different topics, and I always go, like, challenge my thought process, challenge me, and why... challenge me. Make me change my mind. Make me, question my own belief process other than just because it's something cool. Okay, but shouldn't there be more? Especially when you're not attacking, but looking to change a tradition. Oh. So am I like gonna go throw a Molotov cocktail on and be upset? No.
Probably not.
Not at all. I mean, I'm kind of like, I just kind of went, I think you're pandering. Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and to be real, I'm looking at the picture kind of going, meh. Yeah.
Well, I think, I kind of understand what you're saying, but to me, it's like, okay, there's giving a nod to Mickey, to Minnie Mouse. It's, and I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I mean, it doesn't change my day at the park either way.
No.
I mean, I can look at it thinking, okay, it's nicely done, but... and it's just temporary. It's only going to be for, I don't even think, this whole week.
Yeah. Well, again, my whole thing is, and I'm going to try to refrain from going on long tirade, but it basically, I'll keep it to this.
Okay.
Where do these things end?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Where do you give a tip of the cap, which is good.
Yeah, it's kind of what, to me, this is how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and you give a tip of the cap. I mean, I've had many a debate with people, again, played in sports, and there's times where you're beat, and you just give a tip of the cap, and you're like, good job.
Yep.
So, and this is my only point is, I get a little knee-jerky because where does it end? And in this day and age, there are some people who you give them an inch and they want to take 1,000 miles.
Sure.
It's not even a little bit. They don't come in good faith into what you're trying to accomplish, and they come and they just try to do more.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm like, there are traditions that are solid and bound. And no offense to Minnie, but when did Minnie come into existence?
I don't remember.
Now I got to look it up. It wasn't the beginning. So
no.
That is my whole point. The reason for the Mickey Floral in the thing is to give homage and to let everybody know. Remember, it all started with the mouse. So when you begin to attack those, or I keep on using the word attack because I kind of feel like maybe I do feel like it's an attack.
Well, Minnie's still a mouse.
Yeah, but it isn't the original. So there are certain foundational elements in what we live with and what we do that you got to be careful when you allow an alteration. So that's my whole point. Again, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'm not mad. I'm not ready to start an email campaign or get on Twitter and start, yelling at Disney at all. Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's not going to affect my day at the park at all. I could sit there, look at it. Would I take a picture in front of it? Yeah, I would. You kind of need to. It's kind of like that. That is a tradition that should never end.
Yeah.
Your picture in front of the floral. So.
Hey, she appeared in Steamboat Willie in 1928.
She did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then she's from the beginning.
Yeah. But I've never seen her.
No,
but
I've never.
It's just temporary, right?
Yeah,
we'll see.
Again. So it just feels like they're...
No, I get what you're saying.
It's kind of pandering. Like,
yeah.
I had a discussion with somebody today. Like, why do people only pick these weird days? Like, why don't you just do these things normally? Like, if you really have appreciation for something or someone, then you don't have to wait for a specific day to show that. So,
yeah,
this is where I kind of get into that whole little gray area of like, okay, so it's Women's Month. Cool.
Sure, but...
but...
I never got the memo, so someone told me.
Like, why don't you do it on her birthday week? Like, or,
yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
why now? I mean, that is my whole thing. So
sure.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always going to look good. They do a fantastic job at whatever they do. So when it comes to things like this, visuals and theming, so yeah.
Okay. Well, if it's there, actually it'll be there when I'm there in 2 days. Mm-hmm. We shall see.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you don't take a picture in front of it, you know what that means, right? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is sure to get Udi worked up. Next news item. Disney CEO Bob Chapek is more reluctant than Iger to take political stances, an insider says. A Walt Disney insider told The Hollywood Reporter that unlike his predecessor, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek does not wish for Disney to wade into political discussions. Last week, former CEO Bob Iger weighed in on a political debate in Florida regarding the "Don't Say Gay" bill in a tweet.
And even that. Okay, I'll let you finish the story. But even that is a misnomer. If you remember.
Twitter users pressured Iger to push the issue with Chapek, whose silence on the matter has been brought up by LGBTQ Disney fans and employees, calling Disney's donations to the bill's supporters into question. The Florida bill is expected to pass and become law. That's beyond the scope of the show. Okay, so. Yeah, that is not really what I'm interested in. I guess I'm interested in Disney's stance on political issues, which I found to be interesting. And the reason why I think I just don't think, in my opinion, is companies really just should get out of this stuff.
Yep.
Especially Disney and Disneyland. I don't think Disneyland needs an opinion. It cannot have an opinion on anything, right?
No. On everything.
On what?
You can't have an opinion on everything.
Yeah. And so I just, honestly, I'm not a fan of any political stuff, but I view going to Disneyland as a complete 180 from all that.
Take it away from it.
Take it away from it. So the fact that Bob Chapek doesn't want to get his company involved in this, I actually kind of find that to be, I kind of respect that. So what do you think?
Well, it is a refreshing takeaway now because while there are many issues that we face as a country and a society, I think, sadly, corporations, Disney being right in hand with them, and we're going to go into food and drugs and cars and clothing, and I can go on and on and on.
Sure.
Computers and computer chip, and on and on. They have all jumped onto this theming or whatever. Like, they have to have a political opinion on something. They need to have an political opinion about this, or a political opinion. What's your stance on that? And it is a tactic used by people to shoehorn people into a position and then try to wiggle. And that goes for, and I'm not trying to single out a specific political side. That's done in general by anybody, okay? So before anybody tries to hop on and go, like, no, and I'm air quoting, left and right do that. So my whole point is, no, I agree with that. The whole bill, like, if people really read into that, which I have because I found it interesting, I'm like, what does it mean? And so, unlike, like, even in this article here, they don't really go into too much depth about that bill. They give it what the activists who don't like it are calling it.
Well, but that's beyond, I think.
Oh, no, I know, but
it's whatever bill.
Right. So let me continue the thought.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that when people begin that, and then they'll take something, and then they'll begin to start pressuring. When you really look at what it is, it's usually not what they say it is. Okay, so that's my whole point. And again, it's a tactic used by everybody. So
yeah, right.
For Bob Chapek to be like, you know what, we're gonna not go into that. What we're going to do is, now the one thing that I don't think is in this article, which I found it funny or interesting, was what his reaction was. Is like, oh, we will just support you with our content. You know what I mean?
Okay. He says Chapek rejects taking political stances because he is determined that Disney remains a place where everyone is treated with dignity and respect.
Correct. So
just leave it at that.
Yeah. So to me, I don't know why people feel he needs to say anything. The actions are going to be everything. So if he doesn't come in, so it's an LGBTQ plus issue. Okay.
Okay.
Why does Disney have to, like, so if they donated to a Republican who happened to author that bill.
Is that who did that?
Yeah, well, apparently that's what it is.
Okay.
So then I go, like, but do you realize it's probably for another reason, right? They're probably giving money to Democrats just the same. It's about them and improving what they can do for their company.
Yeah.
So for people to get mad at that, it's like, dude, it's the game that is played. So,
it's a game. That's being
so for
played.
him to go like, we're not going to jump in on this, he's avoiding the landmine. We were talking about today.
Yeah, we were.
We were talking about today that people have a wonderful ability now where they feel like they want to throw out landmines. And then right now, in the climate we're in, and this is, I think, Chapek sees it right now, is like, that is a landmine. A field of landmines. I'm not even going to walk over there.
Yeah.
And people want him to walk in there because
course they do.
once you wade into that, you're going to make somebody mad. So I actually respect the fact he's like, look, I'm not going to weigh in on this because it doesn't affect us. But what we're going to do for Disney and as a corporation, we're going to accept you and we're going to take you and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So to me, the actions of the company are accepting everybody. Like,
Sure.
come on in, come on in.
yeah.
What, isn't that the more important things? Like, what? I don't care what you're saying.
Yeah.
Show me what you're doing.
Yep.
And Disney, as a company, has been doing that for a very long time. They're very open. They don't care.
No.
They don't care how you identify. They don't care
No.
about any of that. If you're there because you love Disney, then bring it in.
Sure.
Why does Bob Chapek need to weigh in on this?
Because I think people want to have people take sides.
Yeah, and
cause
they do.
division.
And that is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and-
There's people in here. I'm like, why do we need to go into areas of division when why can't we just sit there and go like, we love Disney?
Yeah, and that's what it
And
is.
this is what we're going to do. This is what we do here. How many people that we disagree with politically, it doesn't matter because when we're talking about Disney, all of it goes out the window. That is the beauty of
Yes.
Disney. And so when people try to drag Disney into that fray, I get annoyed because I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Why?
Why do you want to taint something we can all unite around? Like, it drives me up the wall. Find the things we connect with, not the things that will divide us. And this is something to divide. So
Yeah.
stop it.
Right.
Why can't he go like, we're not going into what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everybody is free, has access, and we're going to treat you equally. That is what you want. That is what we'll give you. Bingo. What more do you want? Do you want me to come out against somebody you disagree with? Why is that fair? Why? Because you want me to? Mm-hmm. No. So I'm happy that he did this. I'm happy he's like, no, Disney is a company. We need to become apolitical and be like, no. We're gonna try to open it for everybody. We can't, but the reality is not everybody can be satisfied.
No.
So when you start beginning to pick a corner, you start wedging yourself into a corner, which a lot of corporations have done in this country. And I'm going to tell you this right now. His move right here, the fact that he did this is going to signal to other big corporations to begin to do the same. Yeah. We need to remove the things that can polarize people and get people mad, and we need to find the common ground. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Enough with people dividing over this, that, or the other thing. Can we just find the things that we agree on and come together on that? For the love of God, please. We live in a world that is amazing, and we're going to sit here and worry about, well, you donated to that guy, and I don't like what he said. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
And you're going to get mad? Okay, if you want to get mad, off you go.
Great. Then what are you going to type on it? Like
and then you're going to sit there
characters?
you're going to mad type into your Twitter and like, dude,
okay,
come on,
okay.
man. Like, so anyway, there's my rant that basically good.
Yeah,
Disney
good.
needs to remove, like, they have been inclusive. If you guys think that Disney isn't an inclusive company, then I don't know what your thought of inclusion is. Okay. Yeah. They try to cater to everybody. Because they recognize if they cater to the most people they can, makes them more money.
Yeah.
So don't ever doubt that.
Don't ever doubt that. So that's interesting. I'm glad we're going in that direction, and it's just I don't know. Like it could be whatever bill, whatever issue. Just don't take a side. I don't want that at all. Mm-hmm. It could be something silly and whatever. I don't want to spend any more time on that because the Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure has a new dedication to Stan Lee. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
A new plaque at the entrance to Avengers Campus dedicates the land to the late Stan Lee. And so there's a picture of it. I'm going to get a picture of it next week in real time. And it just reads, "We dedicate Adventures Campus to the incomparable Stan Lee." This is followed by a Stan Lee quote that says, "That person who helps others simply because it should or must be done and because it is the right thing to do is indeed without a doubt a real superhero." It then says, "Thank you, Stan, for inspiring the hero within each of us. You have made us all true believers." I think that's cool.
You know, when you think of people like Stan Lee, I put him into the realm of people like Walt. People who were ahead of their time, maybe.
Yeah.
And true innovators. Not picked up by the need or the desire to make money per se, but like that quote on the plaque.
Yeah.
You know, the person who helps others simply because it should or must be done. That is what should be our driving factor, right? Our driving our energy. Why we do that. So when you have people again like Stan Lee, an innovator in front of his time, developing these pop culture icons, these things that we've all bounded to. Well, most of us, not all of us, but a lot of us have been connected with and binded to. How can you not respect that and have admiration for him? So I've often said there are people in this world that we should look up to. Mm-hmm. You know, I put Walt in there, not necessarily a politician. God, no rock stars or athletes for the most part. I'm like, give me a break. You can sing real good or you can throw a ball real far. Good for you. I'm glad, but I'm not going to necessarily look up. I'm going to look at your whole story. Mm-hmm. But just because you can do that, I'm not going to sit there and go like, you're the best. No, I want to look at what you've done. So again, looking at Walt, look at Stan. These are the people that we, if we want to make real change in our lives and in the world, this is who we look forward to. This is who we look to. This is how we hold. These are the people we hold up and go like, here is a person of virtue, and did not only talk the talk but walk the walk. So yeah, definitely a life that I'm appreciative for. Yeah. And anytime you see a little Stan Lee, like now, whenever I see his cameos pop in, whenever I'm watching an old, Marvel movie or whatever, I give a little tip of the cap. You know, just same thing now. He's kind of not quite to the extent of what Walt, but as you know, our tradition is, Mark, when we leave the park every day, we walk by the apartment and tip our cap and say thank you to Walt.
Yep,
so
for sure.
This may become a new tradition, is walking over and tapping that plaque and saying thanks, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It could be. Yep. I'm glad they're doing that.
I'm very happy. Yeah.
And Stan Lee definitely changed the world with his comics. I have to do a little more history on him because I don't know much about his history other than Marvel. And I know he didn't found Marvel, but he was part of a group. Maybe did he start? Did he found it?
I think so.
Okay, I could be wrong. I'm wrong. I think I was just thinking there aren't, besides Walt Disney plaques in the parks. Besides that, you've got Stan Lee now, and I think there might be one for Ray Bradbury in Frontierland for the Halloween tree. I'm thinking in my mind's eye I've seen that, and I don't know if they roll it out just for Halloween. Anyways, cool. I'm glad that that's there. Yep. Okay. Next news item. Disneyland prepares to reignite the night. The Main Street Electrical Parade in Disneyland Forever, fireworks at Disneyland, and World of Color at DCA all returned April 22nd, 2022, just after the peak spring break crowds are leaving Anaheim. Not surprisingly, Magic Key holders snapped up available park reservations as soon as the news broke.
Yep.
And as a publication time,
I think Jess is going, right?
She is, yeah. She would also be a Magic Key holder. There are no reservations available to Magic Key holders for opening weekend. However, visitors with regular park tickets can still make a reservation to visit both theme parks that weekend. Fantastic returns a month later, May 28th. The date is blocked out for all but the Dream Key level Magic Key holder. Reservations are still available as reservations for guests with park tickets. I also think that's the week of Star Wars Celebration.
Yep. I believe. I'll be down there.
Yeah.
I really got to figure out that trip. Don't
You do. Mm-hmm. You do. I'm not going to go too much.
I'm getting in my car and driving.
Yeah, well, I would. When the Main Street Electrical Parade returns to Disneyland for its 50th anniversary celebration, fans will see some big changes. The parade's iconic patriotic finale float will not return in this version. Instead, Disney will debut a new 118-foot grand finale unit comprised of 7 smaller units, each featuring characters from 2 or 3 Disney animated features. The characters appear as animated dolls in the style of It's a Small World, and Disney says the entire unit was inspired by the art style of Mary Blair.
Dude.
We have some pictures of them.
Wow.
The finale one looks really cool.
I don't like that one.
You don't like it?
No.
Okay.
Small World.
Well, you don't have to like the attraction to understand it looks really cool. Well, it's got,
no. It looks amazing.
yeah, it's got fireworks.
Oh, yeah. When you really look at it, I mean, looking at it, it is freaking cool, man.
Yeah, holy cow.
See, right here. Okay.
What?
These are the things that I love that Disney does right. You know what I mean? Like, we can gripe all day about things they've done wrong as of late and over the time, but when they do things properly and they do things that are just freaking amazing, like, you gotta give them a tip of the cap. Every one of those looks freaking cool.
It looks great.
I mean, is that Lumiere I'm saying? Yeah. I mean,
Where is he?
Very front. Is that not him? Maybe my.
Oh, Lumiere. I see. Looks like it's Tinkerbell at the front, and then
Yeah.
I don't know who the second character is. I can't tell. Oh, it could be. I don't know. Looks like someone's holding a lightning bolt. I don't know what that is.
I want a better picture.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I want a better closer. But you get the vibe.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, they're going back and coming forward too. I mean, they're covering a good span, and that is what I like, because one thing now we're getting, and we talk about it a few times about generational separation. About we talk about it in the Star Wars community quite often about you and I, Mark, we're OT guys. We're original trilogy guys, and you're going to have that group of people like my friend Chad, who is he's a prequel guy. He grew up with prequels. That was his Star Wars, and now you have people, sorry to say, that are growing up with the sequels. So everything, and so whenever you can do a good homage to the passing of time and give everyone that sector of time a good representation. I love that. I love that because me being a guy who enjoys looking back at the history of different things and as they've progressed and moved and evolved, why wouldn't you go back and then begin look at those where we came from kind of things and go like, look at that, and then and then that, sparking the memory and sparking all the things that some of that stuff is going to take you and me back to when we're 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
And that is great. I mean, anybody who can relive that would be great.
Okay, so
Yeah, who's on the first one then?
that's like a fairy godmother or something, right? Then is that like from Brave? Right?
Yeah.
Brave,
yeah.
and I don't know who that character is.
I can't see it from here.
It's a character, looks like it's a redhead with a lightning bolt.
Hercules.
Oh, that's Hercules?
Hercules.
But look below. Yeah, that's right. That is Hercules. Yep. Okay. And then the next float, it's a Small World type of thing. Is that Coco?
Yeah, Coco, and then you have Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah, Tiana. Okay, very cool.
See? Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. It even tells you who it is.
So Coco, I think I'm going to get into
the Blue Fairy,
a knockdown, drag down fight about Coco with Jess because she's Encanto's better, and I wanted to. I don't like to physically attack people, as a rule.
Okay.
But I wanted to at that moment.
She didn't like it?
Yeah, she's like, Encanto is better. I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind.
I didn't see Encanto, but I really like Coco.
Yeah, Coco's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, everything in that vein is second to Coco. So, for all you Encanto people, I'm glad you like it. But no, bro. Anyway.
No, bro. Next float is Moana and Mulan.
Yeah. Okay. How do you not like that one right there? Moana and Mulan, both great ones.
Yep, and it looks spectacular.
Yeah, Moana, one of my favorite.
Next float is going to be, who is that? Okay, it's Frozen Sisters.
Well,
and Pocahontas in front.
You went from I like Pocahontas to
Okay, that's interesting. And then the last one.
Raya.
Who
is that? Raya.
Raya makes an appearance. Her parade debut along with what is it? Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Cool. Please tell me Tuk Tuk is in there.
Who's Tuk Tuk?
Dude,
Hold on.
Do you not know who Tuk Tuk is?
What are we looking at?
They're battle hamster. Come on.
I don't see any battle hamster.
Oh, they don't have Tuk Tuk. Sad.
Oh,
Dude,
shoot.
Tuk Tuk, man.
Okay. And then the last item, last one, I think,
lame.
is gonna be.
Dude, it would have been better. I mean, I like that one, but if her riding Tuk Tuk, I would have been like, yoo-hoo.
Okay, last one. Oh, wait a minute. Aladdin and Jasmine from
Great.
join Mirabelle and Antonio from Encanto.
See?
Okay.
Well, whatever.
Well,
I mean, again, see how I'm talking about spanning the time.
Yes.
I get why they would put Encanto because a lot of people like Encanto. I didn't connect with Encanto at all.
Okay.
I haven't finished it. I've tried 3 times to watch it. I can't. Anyway, what's that other one?
this is the reverse side of the one with Encanto.
Okay.
So it just
Is it
shows
the house? Yeah, it's a house. Okay.
house. Okay, and then the next one is the one we talked about, the grand finale.
Yeah.
Describes a unique, colorful representation of Sleeping Beauty castle concept. Yeah.
Oh, it looks more Small World.
It looks totally Small World to me, but that is
But
the
hey,
castle. Hey,
concept though.
love it.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Overall great. Overall
Yep.
great. I mean, I like all of them.
Yep. Okay.
Ron and Elsa. Nah, I wouldn't. No. I get why. I mean, really, I can get over my own personal whatever for Frozen, but because I recognize a ton of people love Frozen. So.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, Frozen 2 wasn't that bad, but you can delete that.
Okay. Okay. So that is the news. We're gonna wrap that right now, but the randomizer has shown up unexpectedly.
Man, I was hoping for a dodge on that one, but not.
No,
today.
you can't. And I like it when it encompasses both parks. Okay. So this is interesting. We've never had these 3 attractions.
Really?
Any of these 3.
Really? Okay.
Okay. We get to keep one, we get to improve one, and we get to remove one. All right. First one is Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. Next item is a Disneyland monorail. Ooh. And then that last item is Incredicoaster. I don't think we've had any of these 3.
We've had
Have we?
We've had Mike and
Oh, okay.
We've had that one before.
Should I just redo it? No.
No, because the other ones I don't remember. Well, even if we've had them, we've never had this combination or anything.
No,
close
we
to
definitely
it.
have not.
Okay. So one more time, we have Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
Monorail and Incredicoaster.
Yes.
Okay.
One we get to keep.
I got mine.
Okay. Why don't you go since I'm still
Right.
in the middle of process?
Okay. Buy Monsters Inc. Boo boy.
Oh yes.
I mean, I know plenty of people. 13 is one. Who they love that, and it is a fun little attraction. I like it. I do like Mike Wazowski and Kitty. But yeah, no, gone. Bye-bye. And we already said I think it's short. Its time in the park is short. It's coming.
Yeah.
The axe is coming for that attraction.
I forget it's even there half the time.
Yeah, and you know what? And whenever you go, the wait times are forever long.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people like it. Again, it is a fun little attraction that's fun to jump on, but not a priority for me. But yeah, that one's, and I think it's long in the tooth anyway. I think it's going to go away.
Yeah.
Even with the resurgence of, the Monsters at Work and that little 30-minute animation that was on Disney Plus, which was a very good show, mind you. But I think it's going to go away, and I think for me that would be the Acme plunger. Boom.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we will go to Monorail. Mm-hmm. This one with Incredicoaster is a flip of the coin on whether to keep the same or improve, okay? Mm-hmm. Because I could go either way for either one. The one thing that I will do, and I'm going to go Incredicoaster, stay the same.
Okay.
Okay, I've given my ideas to altering Incredicoaster before, so for this grouping, I'm going to leave it.
Yep.
Okay, Monorail. The only thing that I want in Monorail is more of it. Period. Okay?
Yes.
Extend my track out, get me around the park, get me through a little bit further into DCA, give me maybe a quarter lap into DCA, maybe extend it out there as we go, as the ever-expanding Marvel's campus or Avengers campus is going to do, get me a run through there. Boom, it would add to everything. It fits in there. So give me more.
It does fit in the Avengers campus.
Give me more of that. Give me, coming off of, you could do it coming off of Space Mountain, how it does that turn. Hey, maybe make a small bank, and then whoop, hop over that entire parking and all the security check, and whoop, and hop right on over. Bingo,
Yeah.
you're right there.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. Like, and then that makes the trip even longer. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll take that one.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm not even gonna argue. I mean, and I don't want to make this a boring one, but yeah, everything you said, I agree with. I have no connection to Monsters Inc., and I would rather have that used as something else. Incredicoaster, keep it the way it is. I don't think it can be improved. The track is the track. I mean, you can add some theming, but I mean, if they would have done that. Yeah, the only thing I'd like to have changed is the monorail, and I kind of want more of it. I would like to see it being used. I think I've mentioned this before as more of a transportation, like more of if there's an auxiliary parking lot somewhere, they could use that.
Well, like, I mean, remember back in the day, you could literally drop off at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
Yep. The monorail lounge, as it were.
Yep.
And
And they could do that. Oh man.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's what I want to do one day. Like, I'll just get an overhead, and with the existing track layout, and go like, okay, why don't I just draw my little pencil and boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, and then dash out a cool little track. Mm-hmm. And you could add, and then you could always add another loading station, because you have what, 2?
Just 2.
There's 2.
There's 2.
Why
Yeah.
not add a 3rd? I mean, the train we got 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. I think there's 3, but I would not be surprised if there were 4. But I know there's 3
For the train?
for the monorails.
Monorail?
Yeah.
There's 3? 1?
I don't.
2.
No, I think they've got different. Well,
Tomorrowland, and then the one out on Disney.
oh no, I think actual trains.
Oh, no, I'm talking about loading stations.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, right.
No,
There's only 2.
there are 3 trains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's only 2.
That I know of, that I can think of. It is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 loading stations, and like I said, a 3rd one could be at a parking structure somewhere. That I mean, they have. Well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I would like that. Oh my gosh! And I kept thinking of like, if the People Mover could be revamped and brought over and have that cruise. Well, actually, it wouldn't work if it was brought over to Frontierland. It just wouldn't work.
No, that wouldn't work.
But I want to see that area. From
You know, the
above.
People Mover, that is the vintage thing that, like, man,
Yeah.
nostalgia.
I know, right?
Nostalgia to the nth degree when you see that. I mean, the People Mover, for me, for nostalgia, is only second to the Skyway. I mean,
Oh, right.
I miss the Skyway every time. Like, I'm pretty sure that, oh, yeah, when the family trip, I said, hey, I go, remember? And I point out to my brother. And
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, I go, like, yeah. He's like, how long has that been gone? I'm like, oh, dude, from way, way long time ago. Even before
94.
Yeah, and he never even, like, it didn't register in his brain how long it's been gone. And I'm like,
Jeez.
oh, yeah, no, it's been gone for a very long time.
For a long time.
Because we went over, we were beelining through, and I said, hey, dude, there's the steps of the chalet up there. He's like, oh, it sparked off the memory in Fantasyland.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, oh, yeah. I go, yeah, it's still right there. And then I told him, I go, and over in Tomorrowland, the way and everything, like, it's tucked away, but we can go, it's back over there.
It's back there.
Yeah.
The staircase is there. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all of those who don't know, go look. If you ever want to find some of the old things, that there are still things out there from years and decades ago. Oh. Yeah. Throwback.
Throwback.
Yep.
Right on. All right, randomizer. Well, that was that. Thank you for paying us a visit. Now I guess 101's dark tonight. So now let's go to the feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, this brings us to the feature presentation entitled Spaces. What does that mean? Well, we were talking about this as a topic the other day. And
Full disclosure was given to me.
oh, that's right. It was given to Udi by a special guest, by a special friend, about what we would do with some of the spaces that aren't really occupied right now inside Disneyland Park.
Okay.
Namely, interventions / Carousel Progress, but you also know it as the Launch Bay.
Launch Bay.
We've got that to talk about, and we have what is the other place we talked about?
The space above, not only on top of Space Mountain, So above the theater.
Yes,
that is
above
a
the theater.
big area. You also have the rooms off to the side, which they have made a Magic Key kind of lounge thing, or Starcade is coming back in there, which I thought was kind of cool. But I feel like there could have been something else done there. And then what else did we talk about? We talked about the Esplanade. Like, could there be something done with the Esplanade?
Yes.
And then what was? And then DCA. Because
DCA.
they are expanding, and doing stuff. But what else could they do?
Oh, and we talked about Downtown Disney a little bit, right? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, Downtown Disney.
Okay.
Sorry, and then DCA.
Okay.
There isn't really a spot in DCA that I can think of.
Wow.
Yeah, cover up the water and
The area where Mike and Sully's, where Monsters Inc. is.
Oh, it's gonna be Avengers Campus. So.
Oh yeah, that's going. Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna be Captain America ride right there. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, could be. I mean, that's going to be maybe what they think of.
Anyway,
Anyways, let's tackle interventions.
all right.
Okay, so
You first now.
yeah. Well, we can have open discussion about
Yeah.
it. We don't. The thing is, what we don't know is how does that play in part in the future of Tomorrowland. What are the? Everyone seems to have an educated guess that it's going to be leveled and rethemed into something else, but that could be years
Oh yeah.
for now. So
What do we do with it till then?
till then,
Right.
Okay, my guess, my thing is, I would love, and I wish they would have done this for the 50th and the 60th, is just throw that into some sort of complete museum where they had like old attraction vehicles that you could go and sit in, take a picture of the history of some of these long forgotten attractions, and things that guests could experience. I mean, like the flying saucers. I never got to see that, or an old mine train. I've never got to see that stuff. The Phantom Boat. Oh, yeah, exactly. What is it? We've never seen those. I've never seen those. The Viewliner car. We've never. I mean, all these things that we hear about, but never. A Skyway bucket, for that matter. You can go. I mean, I would have been great if it was like a nod to the history. Hey, this is what we've had here before. You could sit in an actual one, take a picture of it while you're in it. And then some other things, like here's an original ticket booth kind of stuff. Those types of things, kind of like what they did at the Walt Disney Family Museum, but with all these things. You know, we got like a small sampling there. Okay?
Well, yeah, you could.
Oh.
But then what I'm going to go with is the fact that it is in Tomorrowland. Okay?
Oh, sure.
So not Historyland.
Okay.
So my point is, while that isn't a bad idea, it
Okay.
doesn't fit thematically
No,
with
okay.
the land. Now we can make the argument, well, Tomorrowland hasn't been Tomorrowland for quite a while. Fair argument. But I would rather go into kind of what they try to do with Innoventions, okay? I would much rather have things to explore the future. Okay. For everything that we've had, and I've said it before, we've needed a good IP coming out of Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And to me, that big empty building could be a good vehicle for that. And I said it before, the things that we need in this world right now are things to inspire.
Yeah.
And to have things like, okay, we can go back into the 50s with the space race. I mean, think about how much technological advancement happened. We can go back to .com and you can think about all these little things that, or spaces in time that we had these massive acceleration of technology, and for better or worse, we got things that have made us more comfortable and made life easier to live. Okay, so you think of all these things. So to me, I go, why don't we venture into that, and then by doing this, I think we pay homage to Walt in the same stroke of the paintbrush. What I mean by that is Walt wanted it to be a place of learning.
Yes.
Expanding your mind, learning more about the world you're in. That's why we have the different lands. That's why
We've got none of that now.
Yeah, but we don't now. Now
Right.
everything is going to be a little bit more stylized. And hey, we're here for fun, and that's great and all, and we still like that. But when we look at the park, I think if we did that with the Innoventions building or Launch Bay or whatever iteration that, I mean, we have Carousel. Probably Mark and I, we've been through a few different versions of that in that building. That is where I go. I'm like, why don't we do things and we tell people about space? Mm-hmm. Why don't we tell people about our planet and what we can do on our planet? And I'm not talking, people go, green energy, yeah, no. Yes, to an extent, because green energy, I think, is something we need to all work on.
Sure.
But not in the way we're doing it. End political point there. I'll stop there. But then there are other things we can do that we could also show our planet, how we've evolved on this planet, how we are moving forward on this planet. So what I mean by that? Exploring how people have explored not only space, but explored our planet. So explored the jungles, explored the mountains.
Liquid space.
And liquid space, the ocean. How much of our ocean isn't even explored?
Right.
You know, I don't think people get that. Like,
it'd be nice if we had some submarines people could go to.
You know, and again, so why aren't we talking about like technology and evolution in that? So maybe by a kid who's 5, 6, 7 walking in that building and walking in and seeing, wait, like at one point in time, we didn't know all these things, and look at that, we now can blast people into space.
Yeah.
Like before, you had the history of like, oh, the Kraken would come in and eat your boat, and then like now we're underneath the water and going 2 miles underneath the water, and then this is what we're doing to advance that, and then exploring and looking at how all of that has moved our collective human psyche forward. Like, I think for me, that would be incredible. I could spend hours in a building like that. Kind of a museum thing, but then make it fun. Give your characters, give your kind of things, but then make it more Disney-esque, and I'm air quoting that.
Yeah.
But yet have that. I mean, you think about Innoventions, they tried to do that. And they did it too a little bit. But with Innoventions, my complaint was always it felt half-hearted. Like it was a half-baked idea, and they're trying to get something out there quickly to make it fill the space.
But it was also full of corporate sponsors too.
Yeah. And you can make that argument because you go back into Disney's history, he had plenty of corporate sponsors.
You do.
Yeah, and so I get that point, but I think we're gonna have that. You can have that, but the main thing would be, why don't we do that with that building? Like again, go back to the roots of what Tomorrowland was, somewhere to look at the future. Because we haven't had the future since 1984 out of there, or 1991 or 92 or something. I don't know. In that decade. We haven't really had the future coming out of Tomorrowland in a while. So why don't we... And I think by doing that, it can give you a basis to begin to expand that land out. I mean, because the only things that really even speak to Tomorrowland anymore, to its real heritage, is Space Mountain. Really.
Right.
So why wouldn't we, why wouldn't Disney go back and then try to recapture some of that? I think that would be great. Again, kind of a history, but then looking at what we're doing to move forward and try to inspire kids. Because like I said, can you imagine hearing the story of the guy who created the next, green energy, or the next spaceship that made it able, like what they're trying to do now with Elon Musk and all these rich guys trying to do that. Or the one who's like, hey, I figured out that if we explore the ocean over here and explore further, that furthers our human race. Like, and then talking to that kid and like, well, what got your first interest? When I went to Disneyland, I walked in that building. Oh, yeah. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine that in your head? Like, holy crap! Like, so
right.
These are all the things that we need more than flower arrangements that look like Minnie. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
that would
good. Be. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, I would. I'd want to see your proof of concept and see how it would work for that.
Yeah, I know. Okay. It'd be crazy.
Okay. So next area.
Right over stone's throw away.
Stone's from
the Innoventions.
Innoventions. A stone's throw away. Did we bring it up?
Top of the Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man, what would that be? Because that's top of a theater that he's talking about not fitting in thematically. When they were showing the High School Musical crap there.
Yeah.
What does that do in Tomorrowland?
Yeah.
I mean, geez, I don't know. The theater. I mean, you're talking about like the roof of the theater. That's that open space above. I mean, I'm just saying, why even have the theater? Yeah. But that open space above there, it'd be interesting. See, I could say, well, gosh, it'd be nice to have a astral orbiter up there, but I think you would congest that. That would be too congested.
Yeah. And
I don't think structurally you could do that. It would pass. No, it would not pass.
No, you'd have to reinforce that like a madman.
Yeah. So honestly,
I know what I want.
Okay, what do you want?
A full, nice sit-down
Lounge? Outdoor
lounge and restaurant. Like legit. Like Pizza Planet, okay.
Like
But
a
it's
space bar out there. They could have...
you have views up there.
You do have views up there.
You have views up there. You're right next to Space Mountain. You can have that. You can have, okay.
Oh, I like it. An outdoor lounge.
You can have the same vibe that you have with like Pirates. Okay, what I mean by that is you have Blue Bayou, and as you're rolling through on the attraction,
Yeah.
you're looking over and there's Blue Bayou. Adds to the whole ambiance.
It totally does, yeah.
So you can have people in line basically and be like, hey, you know, we're all here and we're all kind of in this spacey kind of theme area. So I think it's kind of cool. It would be kind of cool to have like a lounge, a sit down, a bar, you know, food, maybe a light gastropub type thing, you know, but with that being a little bit more on the edge as far as food, and I'm not going to go with plant-based food. I will run with
How about like a uva bar type of thing there?
yeah, kind of that idea.
Yeah.
Like for everybody who's familiar with Uva Bar is a cool little spot. I enjoy it. But having that kind of vibe, an open area, a place for people that kind of come and hang out and just kind of enjoy that area up there would be fantastic. And again, being a little bit more creative with not only with food but drinks. And I'm not going to say alcohol. No alcohol. No. But, you know, maybe a combination of a drink of juices that you hadn't thought of before.
Yeah.
And please keep your plant-based nonsense to a minimum.
Okay. So from that, and I hadn't even thought about this before, but if you're standing up there, how would the fireworks look? Could you have an obstructed view?
No? Nah, kind of.
Kind of, right? You
Kind
might
of.
be. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it'd be a very good view, but
No, it
I
wouldn't
mean,
be. I was trying to think.
but in all reality, I mean, they're fireworks, so
You're looking up.
you're looking up. Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you know one thing that and my proof of concept is going to be Ogas. You know, I'm going to be like, look at what they did over there.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and then but not make it, you know, themed to, you know, characters. Not even that, just the vibe. Like you can have a futuristic vibe. You can have music playing.
But
you
you're
know.
talking about an outdoor type of venue.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Oga's is not.
No, I know, but
Okay.
but having an outdoor venue and
Oh,
maybe
that'd be
having
great.
and then you could also put a cover and awning for a specific area. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I think an outdoor venue would be great because when you look at it, there aren't. I mean, those for me. Again, when you're in the park and you have the certain spots where you can kind of chill outside and you're
Yeah,
not indoors,
yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
You're in Disneyland, so
Yeah.
what isn't there to be happy about?
Right.
So yeah, I think that would be. I would tell you this. If they said, "Hey, we're going to open it up," I'd be like, "I'm in."
They could have
roll
some
me
sort,
over.
Yeah, they could have some sort of like futuristic tent covering that could come out like on the middle of summer
Yep.
for some shade.
Yep.
Then at an evening, pull it back.
Pull it back, yep.
If she can look at the stars, that'd
You
be
could
great.
do stars. You could do so many things. Again, like there are things you can do that kind of bring in Tomorrowland again. And for me, maybe it's my connection. Anytime I think of Tomorrow and Tomorrowland, I always think of space. Mm-hmm. I can't help that connection. It's always been there because I always feel like our future's in space. That's just been me, and maybe it's because of how I grew up and what I was going around. You know, seeing shuttles fly every month or two. You know, all these different things where. You know, and then looking at the evolution of iPads and all the like everything, like you know, growing up watching Star Trek Next Generation and Picard signing things on a little flat tablet. Now I'm tapping one right now. Like
Yes,
this is where this came from. So
Yeah.
you know, anything like that would be fantastic up there. I think.
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah.
Solid idea right there, Rudy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like
You know,
that.
one day maybe I can get a job. Now they'll never hire me
No.
because I'm the guy who walks in like, you know, this is a stupid idea, right? Well, what do you mean? Like this is dumb. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is dumb. That's
Oh
why-
no, I think people like that. I think you know, you need to be challenged with your ideas because then it'll force you to not think. I mean, think in a different direction, which is it could be helpful.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind. Again, I'm the type of guy like I don't mind getting my ideas challenged. I'm not
No,
so
neither do I.
egotistical where I'm like, oh no, my ideas rock solid. I'm like, yeah, mine are pretty good, but you know.
Dude, I like that. I like it a lot. I'm just trying to think of getting in. There'd be a separate line to get in. They go, wait a minute. Are you going to Space Mountain or are you going to the lounge?
No, you can redesign that. You can have a separate entrance. You can do so many. You could
bring back the escalator.
Oh yeah, you could bring back the escalator. You could make that what they did, that little club lounge thingy, Starcade thing that they did for them. Like you could make that part of like the club. Like like there are a lot of things that you can dump off right into that.
Yep.
So
nice.
There you go.
Good, solid answer right there. I love it, and I would go. Okay, where are we going next? Esplanade?
Yeah, we can go there. See, now this one is interesting.
Okay.
And here are the things that are kind of like would piss a lot of people off if they did this. Mm-hmm. Covered it. Now, covered it, but then added LED screens to the bottom, kind of what they have in, down like
Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it'd be cool.
Ah.
And they could have movies playing. They could have all these different things going, and I think it'd be cool. Maybe not the entire Esplanade. Okay, that's kind of like over the top, but
yes,
maybe portions of it. But you know how many people sit up there for, park out there for the
yes,
for the fireworks. That would make them all go away. So,
that is true.
And that would, like I said, that would piss some people off. But to me, I'm like, it's kind of a win-win. And here's the negative to that. Mm-hmm. I like the outdoors.
Oh, I
like the sun down on me. I don't mind it. I like it. I like being out in the elements. I work out in the elements all the time.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, more vitamin D. Hey, good.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I don't think you could do much more with that. It's kind of like, when you make that walk across the Esplanade, it always is kind of like, it feels, I don't know, for me, it always feels like a brain switch. Like you're shifting gears in your head. Like, okay, yep. I'm coming, like, whichever direction you're going, whether from Disneyland proper into DCA or vice versa.
Yeah.
You're always having, I always feel this switch off in my brain. Like, okay, I'm going to DCA. And automatically, like, my mind goes, oh, okay, so what am I doing? Soaring, blah, blah, blah. And then, but the mind just switches. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. I don't know if you could really do too much more. I mean, again, you could make a little section of that. I think maybe a part of it where you could do, because it seems like so much open space.
It does, but I was just thinking about your overhang situation, a la Las Vegas. But I think for me, I love to be able to walk out of DCA and see train station, backside of, Main Street. And I love that. And this makes me all, but I do kind of like what you're saying there.
Like, there are things you can do there.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I would not like, one thing I would not like would be any kind of food or drink or mini bar or any kind of thing.
No,
like, no. Like, no, get that out of
it. No concessions, right?
The only thing that I think would be great, and honestly, it's something that I think would be very cool if they did, would be, we already have the partner statue.
Yes.
And in DC, what, I don't even know, I can't think of the name for that one.
Oh, I don't know what the name of that one is.
Yeah. But you have their homage to Walt.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind having something a little bit bigger, a little bit more of a monumental type thing in DCA for Walt. Like in between, because right there, if you think about it, you're right at that.
You mean in Esplanade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, because you think about that, you're walking into the park. Again, we say it often on the show. Disneyland, there is no other park like it.
Right.
Argue with me all you want. I will go to the mattresses with you all on this one. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you try to tell me, like, Magic Kingdom, like, blah, 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 blah.
Nah.
Paris, and like, no. I don't care. I mean, those are all great parks, I'm sure, but nothing is going to ever compare to Disneyland proper. Never, ever, 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 ever will. And the reason being, Walt walked it. Walt created. Mm-hmm. Walt's hands were in that dirt. Walt walked that ground with his feet. How many pictures have we seen of him in and out of the castle, picking up trash, building when they're doing storybook? You think over and over and over again, his apartment, all these things that were there. are all due to that man. And then all these other parks and da-da-da and everything, they're, oh, it's better. Like, no. Without that, you got none of that. Okay? So, you can like another park better. Okay. But you cannot compare. So to me, I'm like, why wouldn't you not sit there and put a kind of a big, like, monumental kind of thing? Like, this is Walt Disney. Everything that we love about Disneyland and Disney as a company began with this man.
Right.
Again, a person to actually look up to, someone to actually be inspired by. You know, why wouldn't you put a bigger monument?
Yeah.
And really, it would be a monument to him out there. That I would be all for. Like, we're going to build a fountain, or whatever, like that with Walt, you know, and then kind of, I mean, I bet you if you went to an Imagineering team and said, okay, we have 50 to 100 square feet of the Esplanade. We want to create a monument for Walt out here. Go.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. And it could be a fountain.
Yeah, it could be a fountain. It could be for me. You know, it'd be cool, a fountain with a train rolling around it. Like, if
absolutely.
people understand the train in Walt, if you understand the connection,
yeah.
then you'd be like, oh, how cool. And then again, how many people don't know that connection? And they go like, why is there a train here? Oh, well, here, let me tell you.
Sure. Yep.
You know, all these kind of things are like, again, understanding the history and why it's here and why we look forward to going there and why we connect with it. All those things, like so many people, just over the expanse of time, you lose that. Mm-hmm. You know, and it is I honestly feel that it is our duty to pass those things on to the next generation. It is absolutely my responsibility to pass on what I love, care about, think about, honor, hold true on to my nieces, my nephews, and the people that are around me.
Yep.
It is my responsibility, and why could we not do that? So can you imagine having a freaking monument out there and being like, this is everything.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. So I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd be so into that.
Yeah.
Perfect, dude. I like that better than the LED thing.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Okay. Yeah, and I would love to see that.
Yeah. You know, the LED thing can go over to Downtown Disney, though.
Oh yeah, well let's
There
go.
we go.
Let's go to Downtown Disney. So yeah, they're doing some construction in Downtown Disney right by where the AMC Theater used to be. It's currently being leveled.
Yeah.
And it looks like, you know, we talked about this briefly. What we saw some concept art of what it's going to be. It looks like there's a grassy knoll a little bit. Mm-hmm. And maybe a band shell or something.
It looked like a bandstand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, you know, along the lines of what he was saying, I would like to see some sort of, you know, LED overhang over there.
That would be kind of cool.
Very, very cool. And couple that with some live music and a stage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You think about that venue?
Yeah.
You could make that a venue.
A venue, but make it more like that 60s style.
Yeah.
What are they calling that? I don't
Retro.
know. Retro, but there's a certain term for that art style. Art Deco, or is that
Art Deco, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, you know guys what I'm talking about. It's like what 1967 Tomorrowland looking like with those crazy shapes, and
yeah,
love that, dude.
Yeah, and you could do that with the LED. Can you imagine having those spires and the curves and the corners and all that?
Yeah.
And then throw LEDs in there, and then you have like a flavor of the old with the new, and like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would love that, and I'm hoping that they can do that. And I just want to see more wide open spaces where people, you know, I don't necessarily need to have more retail or more eating.
No.
If you want to go out there and decompress for a little bit, that'd be great.
Well, you know, and the one thing that I like about their concept art and why I think having an LED or whatever, or having, you know, maybe making it a venue, like an open grass venue. One thing we have here, okay, here in SAC, is, for anybody who doesn't know, we have a minor league baseball club.
Yes, we do.
Affiliated with the San Francisco Giants. Anyway.
Gigantes to you.
Los Gigantes. No, Gigantes. I'll say that properly.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Gigantes.
Gigantes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Wah. Anyway, not a fan of that club.
Okay.
Moving on. Anyway, but what they do have out at the ballpark is a outfield where you can literally buy a grass seat.
Yes.
Like you just buy, I forgot how much it is, dirt cheap.
Yeah, you bring like
Maybe
a blanket
15,
or something.
20, yeah, and you literally go back to old school days where they would come out, throw a blanket down, you bring your ice chest out, and you watch a baseball game.
Yep.
They have that out there. going out there, I watched a couple games out there, and I've done both. I've been in the stands, and each one is a good experience, but has their own unique flavor, right?
Yeah.
So having that, the one thing about which is really cool about when you're out there in the grass, you have those people that like, okay, you're a weirdo, but you also have that other flip side is like it's just people hanging out.
It's a community.
Yeah. So again, I talk about often like we need to find things that bring us together and not divide us. And how cool would that be? Is like we just have a wide open grass where we can go old fair style. Bring your blanket. We'll throw the bandstand up and we'll have a band playing. Yeah. And have people just hang out, dancing, just having a good time, having a sense of community wrapped around and involved with Disney.
Yes.
If Disney continues to do this, see, when I saw this, what I was hopeful for. Yeah. Because one thing, we need to rally around things that make us feel good and find things that we don't care who you voted for. What you think about that? I don't care. I don't care. But we're here. We're listening to this band that we both dig. And we're in Disneyland, and we're in downtown Disney, and we love Disney. So you're cool, I'm cool, we're all cool, we're having fun.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Connected.
So,
yeah.
Another element to that is I need to figure out, I don't know what it would be if the sight lines would work, but it could also be another spot to look for fireworks in the evening.
Yep. If done correct, that is going to be an interesting thing once they're done, like to go look at the sight lines.
Yeah. Because I don't know what you'd be looking at off the top of my head. You'd probably run into Splitsville, and I'm going to say Rainforest Cafe would be...
Or whatever that is now. Yeah, that would block...
Monorail tracks, but we'll see.
Yep.
We shall see how that looks. If I can get over there, I'll take a look. Great ideas, dude. Love that.
Thank you.
I think in future episodes, we need to come up with some more places we can talk about. Because I kind of like this concept. And if you listeners out there go, oh, what about this place or that place? Please let us know. Yeah. Because we will definitely want to talk about it and brainstorm about stuff. And yeah. Right on. Solid topic from your friend.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
You know who you are.
Yep. All right. Hey, well, that's going to kind of wrap up episode 1.
Pro tip.
Oh, shoot, that's not. We got the pro tips. Frontierland. I forgot about that.
I'm like, where are you going? We ain't done yet, man.
Okay. Let me get here. So, we're going to wrap this up with the pro tips here. Okay, so we talked about some pro tips for Frontierland of what you should do. Maybe I haven't been there before. What... besides beyond the guide maps that you get from the park, what are some things? Sasquatch, our friend, said, he said, man, I love those fort gates, Rancho del Zocalo for sure. Zocalo, I should say. If you have kids, the food portions can be shared, and you got to ride Big Thunder Mountain. I 100% agree with you, Ephraim.
A million.
The fort gates, though, I'll tell you, I think... You used to be able to climb around in those at one point?
You could. It wasn't the gate. It was the turn to your, if you're walking in, it was your turn to your left.
Okay.
Which I think is an ATM in there now.
Yeah, or something, right? There's a payphone at one point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was that turn off to your left. Or the one coming in from Adventureland.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure it was that one.
Gotcha. Marcus said, don't skip Rancho. Yep.
Yeah, blasphemy. If you're like, well, like, no. No.
My daughter Ariel said, best place to get rare popcorn buckets. That's true. No one's ever,
no one goes there.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at a couple in my collection over here. You see on the bottom shelf, that minecart one? That is from that area right there. And there are some other weird ones that we've gotten there, too. I don't know where those are. Okay. Fernando said, one person grab a table at Shoe. He means Golden Horseshoe. Yeah. One person order at stage door. Everyone feast. So
yeah, that's a good way of doing it. I've done that with Rancho. Like when they are doing dueling pianos, I grabbed my Rancho one up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you ate in there?
Oh yeah. Because dueling pianos. For anybody who missed that, great show.
Oh yeah, I saw that on video. I didn't see that. Yeah, so he's talking about going to Stage Door, which is right next door. Yep. They actually share a kitchen with Golden Horseshoe.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, so you actually have to go outside and go show to the left and do like 180 degrees back there. And they have like corn dogs, fried food, and all that kind of stuff.
Your heart attack alley.
Heart attack alley. Yep, solid answer.
Yeah.
Feral Disneyland Cat said, in hottest part of the day, take a cold drink to Tom Sawyer's Island, sit in the shade while the kids roam. Solid answer.
Yeah. I mean, very good answer.
Yep.
That is a very good, because I didn't even think about that.
No,
but,
I didn't either.
Yeah, great answer.
Yeah.
It's a very good answer. Yeah.
But I would always say, and here's one of my pro tips, is if you get a chance, just kids, sand kids, whatever, go out to Thomas Sawyer's Island, walk around. Mm-hmm. And not only do you get a cool perspective of New Orleans Square and Frontierland, but it's just a cool little just area to just look around and maybe decompress a little bit, because you get to walk around to the other edge and see the train trestle and all the detail that you don't see while you're on the train and go, oh, that's really, really, really cool. So I would absolutely do that. Next pro tip for me, duck inside Gordon Horseshoe. Even when it's hot outside, even this, as Judy was saying, even if there's not a show so I don't think there's a show going on right now, but just go in there and bring some food. Get a root beer float and chill out there for a little bit. And understand the importance of that particular building.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is the history of that building. And I'm not going to tell you because it's boring to be telling me this a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying the history is boring, but you guys don't want to hear it from me. But do your own research on that. I'll just tell you, Walt had his wedding anniversary in there like a few days before Disneyland opened. And he used to love going to that particular venue. Climb to the balcony and chill up there.
Yep.
Yeah, such a cool spot. Yeah. Always air conditioned in there.
Oh, yeah.
What's a pro tip for you?
Okay, so I have a couple.
Okay.
One is obviously Rancho del Zocalo.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really... Yeah, it is a pro tip. Like, go. Go, 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 go. Just go. My favorite spot to eat, period. And not only because the food is amazing, but also because of where it is. I mean, you have... Again, I think Ephraim brought it up. You're right by Big Thunder. Mm-hmm. And Big Thunder is an amazing attraction. And remember, on Big Thunder, other pro tip, last two.
Row 14 and 15.
Row 14 and 15.
Yes,
those
ask for that.
Are the ones to ride. A lot of people go like, I want to ride in the front. Plenty of attractions. Yes, that's where you want to be.
Sure.
Incredicoaster being one of the main ones.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want a fun, crazy ride, 14 and 15. If you haven't done it yet, believe me.
Yes, absolutely.
The other one is going to be Rancho del Zocalo related. Best water in the park is in Rancho del Zocalo.
Yes.
If you are like Mark and many, many, many folk, you bring your own water bottle. Mm-hmm. And this is one pro tip that I shared with my niece. I'm like, okay, because when you come again, because my niece is 21, so she's probably going to be going, hopefully she goes a lot more.
Yeah.
Go there. And I brought it to him, like, here, fill your water bottle. And she's like, and she started drinking. I'm like, better, right? And she's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, nice.
Always fill. So for everybody who doesn't know, Rancho del Zocalo, there is a cart out in the eating area that, because they want to offer you water, it is actually a purified water dispenser that is good. It's meant for the people who are eating there because that way you can have water. But it is the best. I have yet to find another water fountain that is that good.
I agree.
There's that one, and then I will second your pro tips of the Tom Sawyer's Island. Mm-hmm. Not only because of you can kind of get away, and it really even takes you further into the fact that you're in Anaheim, but you're not in Anaheim. Yeah, that kind of feel. And just the history of that, and then walking around is just very cool. There's a cool little things when you start going cave, spelunking in there. There's cool things in there, things that Mark, can't really fit in there, which is kind of funny to watch.
Can't fit in there.
Yeah, and then the other one would be Horseshoe. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely go in there. Even if you're not going to eat, go up to the balcony and just chill in that building. Out of just appreciation for what that building is and how much history is in that building. This is an amazing building for sure. So, yeah, even and air conditioned, and it can definitely get you out of the heat for a little bit. Yeah. Yep.
Very good. I was thinking as you're saying that by the water fountain in Rancho, there's also a bathroom
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that links. There's a pathway that goes from Fantasyland to Frontierland that people don't usually take.
Nope, and that bathroom was always empty.
Yeah, you just go in there, just shoot in there, and you whatever, and then something else. Oh, Pioneer Mercantile.
Nah. No, I'm kidding.
I know,
Go ahead.
but
Your favorite, one of your spots.
There's in the back of that. Not only can you find some weird things there, some stuff that just other shops don't have, but there's that weird. There's that Nickelodeon thing back there that you should go look at because not many places have that weird musical device that you can go look at.
There may or may not be a video of me and Joe.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember seeing that. So go check that out. And then the last tip I'm going to say is, because it is in Frontierland proper, is do ride the Mark Twain whenever you get a chance. Try to see if, since Phantasmic is going to be online again soon, they won't be running any night cruises. So look at when the last ride is going to be on that. It might be like 5:30 or so. I'm guessing. I don't know. Jess would know for sure because if they have a 9 o'clock and a 10:30 show, I don't know when they stop running them on there. But try to find like nearer the end of the run of the day because that's when that magic happens. When you can start seeing lights flicker up at at the Haunted Mansion, and then you can see, Adventureland go, all lit up, and it's a fantastic thing, and it's just a great way. And try to go as high as you can.
Go up.
Yeah, yep. So those are the pro tips from the LTP and the listeners.
Yeah, thank you, listeners, for chiming in.
Yeah, right on.
Always appreciated.
Always appreciated. Okay, so that is going to end episode number 149. I think it was a really fun episode. I wish Jess was here because she would have been adding a lot more to this.
I know.
Yeah.
We probably would have been fighting. Maybe not.
Maybe not. But do submit some more spaces for us to talk about because I do like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to bring us to episode 150. We're going to have a special guest on for that. So look on our social media. Cause
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
You guys, once Mark puts it out there, who it is, I think you're going to know why.
Yeah.
Super stoked.
Super stoked.
Super stoked.
Okay. So again, if you want to reach out to us, you can go to Instagram at leavingtodaypodcast.com. You can follow us, and you could go to the link tree. We've got merchandise. I did find out the other shirt that was bought. It was the Interstate logo shirt.
I like that one.
Yeah, me too. So you can do that, and you can get a T-shirt, and also we have our Patreon stuff on there too.
Yep.
And if you would be so kind as to leave us a review on whatever medium you have, we have it on Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, which I guess is the same thing.
Same thing.
And then
Stitcher,
and Spotify. You can all leave a review. That'd be very helpful. That'd be great. So
Thank you.
And you send us an email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com, like one of our listeners just did. We're going to have to respond to you soon. Sorry I haven't got back to you. And then that's that. Udi, how can people find out more about you?
You can find me on my other show, The Mando Show, which we cover Star Wars. And we will be covering Rebels because today is, when we're recording today, or was it yesterday?
I don't know.
Yesterday. Rebels Remembrance Day was yesterday. So we will be talking about Rebels, and we talk about anything in Star Wars, but Mandalorian is more our bag.
Okay.
And then you can find me on my social. Really, my only real social would be Instagram, the IG, which is HAXGOALIE, Hacks Goalie. You can send me messages there, or if you want to email, you can email the show, and Mark will pass it on over. I do not have Twitter because, as I often say, Twitter's a dumpster fire. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay. You got it. All right. All of you listeners out there, thank you so much. Hope we made your day a little bit better, your evening a little bit better. Hopefully we made you laugh a little bit and think. Yeah. Okay. So until then, remember, we love you. Adventures out there, and we will see you in the parks.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland is now ended its normal operating day. We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Magic Kingdom and that the memories you've made will bring you back again soon.
So it can't be any worse than your whiskey and Coke from yesterday morning. Think of a banana.
Does it help? Okay.
Always does. Every time. Don't ask me why. But you make me hot. It's so close, I can feel it.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.